Hi, folks. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. And the face that you see on your screen now was done by former Golden Nosy winner of the National Caricaturist Network, now known as the International Society of Caricature Artists, or the ISCA, Chris Rommel. And this is a caricature that he did of me one year. It is one of my prized possessions. Trust me. If you get a chance, you want to go to Chris Rommel's website. Please go there. The guy is a master at what he does, and you will not be disappointed. But, as usual, I digress. Hi. Today I want to continue on in something I discussed with you in an earlier broadcast, and it was on how to get expression into your caricatures and cartoons. And we discussed three ways to do that. One way was through color, which I already covered. Another was through line. And another is just through plain old expression. Now, just to reiterate what we talked about the last time, with color, it's done on a very intuitive level. Happiness or gladness is expressed by yellow, because yellow represents sunshine, it represents warmth, it represents openness, okay? And so intuitively, that color is going to resonate with your viewers, and that's what you're trying to do with color. Obviously, being mad or angry, the color that we choose is red to represent fire, to represent passion, to represent something that's boiling, something that's hot. And again, that's on an intuitive level that if you draw using that color, whether in the background or whether you draw your characters like that, it's going to connect with your viewers in a very direct, primal, intuitive type of way. And last, blue, which explains or kind of represents sadness, and we've heard songs about feeling blue, got the blues, that kind of thing. And again, it helps to connect your viewers on a emotional level. In this segment, I just want to touch on pure expression. Okay, this is the part that requires, drawing. Now obviously, when you're working with expression, you want to know what the expressions are. How they're expressed, for lack of a better word. There are three basic expressions that you really need to worry about, and that's happy, that's glad, sad, and mad. Okay, if you see in this, this is a picture of that I did for a client, a book cover. This is one of the main character designs that I did, and as you see in the background, it's reinforced by that color yellow. When you're doing expressions, the best way really to do it is to just feel the emotion in yourself, get yourself a mirror like animators do, and just pretty much draw that. So this is glad. Okay, the next picture obviously is sad, reinforced also by that color blue and the appropriate facial expressions. Again, when you're doing facial expressions for your viewers, either in cartooning, character design, or or comics or whatever, you don't want to let your viewers guess, what you're doing. Just keep it very basic, keep it very simple. Now I know this just seems like obvious advice, but you'd really be surprised how many people really don't focus on this, and their characters just have a kind of same kind of look to it. So this is something that you really got to pay attention to. Again, get in the mirror, experiment making faces so that you feel the emotion inside of yourself, and so that you can translate that to your pictures. So that's sad. Last, of course, is mad, which again, is associated by the facial expression, the amount of passion that you put into the picture. You have him yelling here. You've got the appropriate facial cues. And you also have that red background that's also included in the eyes, which you can get away with when you're doing cartooning. Now, in all of these expressions, what you want to also focus on when you're focusing on the three basics of sad, mad, and glad is the subtle nuances or turning that little dial. Like, for instance, sad is different from melancholy, which is a first cousin of sad, which is different from depression, which is different from sorrow. By the same token, there's mad, then there's furious, then there's livid, then there's angry, and you can sort of kind of play with that. And it's the same thing with happy. You got happy, you've got glad, you've got joyous, you've got ecstatic. How do you find out how to draw those various expressions? Get in that mirror, act it out. You'll find out that the best cartoonists, the best animators are also actors. They're actors, they're comedians. They feel this inside themselves, and they act it out on paper. That's really all I've got, for today. It's a very simple exercise, but it needs to be said because this is how you get life into your caricatures, into your cartoons, into your pictures. And if there's no life in you, then you're not going to really be able to effectively communicate that to your viewer. So this is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant, and that's it for today's broadcast.